moving on to our next trick, will you please move the pink table towards the front center of the stage so the audience can see a little bit better. Remember, be very careful when moving your magic equipment so you don't have any missteps. If anything should go wrong while moving your magic equipment, go to Plan B. You do have a Plan B, don't you? No, you don't? Why don't you try to go out to the audience and find a volunteer? Usually this will cause a good enough distraction to buy you some time and figure out what you're going to do about your busted up table. Have you found a volunteer yet? You haven't? Well, let me help out. I'll count to 3 and just pick somebody. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you pick a volunteer? Great. Now escort your volunteer back onto the stage. And audience, please give our volunteer a great round of applause for being so brave and helping out the NerdGician. Now, if you could only figure out a solution about your busted up table, do you have any ideas? No, you don't? Maybe I can help out. How about if we make a makeshift table? That's right, a makeshift table. Hey, when emergencies happen, you've got to think fast. Why don't you have your assistant get on his knees? That's right, have him get on his knees. Now have him put his hands up in the air in an upright position. Now put the top of the table on top of his hands that are extended in an upright position. Congratulations, NerdGician. You just made a makeshift magic table. Now on with the magic. Let's begin by making sure we have all the props set up on top of the pink magic table. You should see a brown paper bag and inside a glass. Take the glass out of the brown paper bag and set it aside. We will be using these items later. Now you're temporarily going to leave the pink magic table and go to the black table on your far left. Now on your black magic table, you will find a small jug of milk. A small-sized glass, a medium-sized glass, a little bit more medium-sized glass, and a large-sized glass. Now pick up the jug of milk and pour it into the large-sized glass. Be careful. Oops, I see you spilled. You better get out the ShamWow. ShamWow, you will stay.
Say wow every time. Call now.
Okay, that was awkward. Let's continue on with the magic. Now, make sure the tall glass of milk is filled up. Is it filled? That looks like a little bit too much milk. Why don't you take the large glass of milk and pour it into the little bit more medium-sized glass? That still looks like a little bit too much milk. Why don't you take the little bit more medium-sized glass of milk and pour it into the regular medium-sized glass? By the way, how's our assistant doing? Great. Now that still looks like a little bit too much milk. Why don't you take the regular medium-sized glass and pour it into the small glass? It still looks like that's a little bit too much milk. It really doesn't look like this trick is working out. Why don't you take that small glass of milk and carefully walk it over to the big magic table. Now pour the small glass of milk into the large glass of milk that's on your big magic table. Great job! Now to prove to the audience that the tall glass of milk is real, drink the tall glass of milk. And now, to make up for this whole series of senseless magic, the NerdGician is now going to place the tall, empty milk glass inside the paper bag. The NerdGician is now going to place his hand over the brown paper bag that contains the large, empty milk glass and wave it in a magical way, causing it to vanish right before your very eyes. Now, to prove to the audience that you really did make the large, empty glass disappear, turn the bag upside down. By doing this, you'll usually get a laugh or two. If not, just crumble up the bag and go on to the next trick. Oh, and by the way, don't forget your assistant.
him with this.
Nothing like milking the clouds. Let's give our assistant a great big round of applause as the magician escorts the assistant back to his seat. He may not seem like he's playing with a full deck, but in the end, you might be the last one laughing. And remember, audience, follow your dreams, no matter how silly one might think they are. If you want to succeed, you've got to stand out. Be bold. Go against the grain. Be your own person. You will succeed. And it looks like the NerdGician has already been sharpening up his skills in magic. No dream is too far out of reach as long as you focus and put all of your energy into your dream. Just try, and you just might find that your dream comes true like real magic.